Hello there and welcome. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you're doing very well. Welcome if you're new here. Wonderful to have you here. Hope you decide to stick around, and welcome back if you are returning. I appreciate you all so very much. Okay, so let's go into your reading, Cancer. What is your overall energy in this connection with your person? Here's the Page of Swords. So you guys might be kind of keeping quiet, but having your eye on them. Here's the Three of Wands. I feel maybe some of you have a new love interest in mind, perhaps, and you're really starting to see the potential, seeing the future with this person. Here's the Five of Wands. I feel like you've been doing battle for love for a long time right now. Love has been kind of frustrating for you. So let's see what's going on with your person of interest here, Cancer. Here's the Eight of Cups. Here's the Empress. And here's the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I do feel that this person maybe was moving away from you at this time, or maybe actually literally like moving location, or they could be distancing themselves emotionally. They're just coming across as more distant than usual, or they could be like walking away, moving on. However, they do feel a very powerful connection with you here. They do very much see your worth. So I feel if they did walk away or they're distancing themselves, it's not because they're not attracted to you here. So I feel they're kind of leaving this in the hands of fate right now. So we'll get some more clarity as to what's going on. So I feel you still really have your eye on them, but you're also trying, I feel, to move on toward brighter horizons, because this has been very trying for you, very frustrating connection at times. But let's see, let me get some more cards to clarify what else for you, Cancer. I feel maybe you are waiting for them to reach out and make a move. You're maybe done trying to progress this connection at this point in time. Okay, here's soulmate. Your soulmate loves, accepts, and respects you unconditionally. So I do feel many of you are looking for, maybe you thought this was your soulmate and now you're looking to I feel like you're broadening your horizons to maybe think about, maybe there is someone else out there for me that won't be such a struggle. It won't be such a struggle to keep the relationship going. Like they will see your value and they'll want to be there for you. They won't distance themselves. And here's put away the computer. Working less and having more fun will strengthen your relationship. So this could be maybe what pulled you guys apart, or what's making them distance themselves, is they are very focused on work, very focused on achieving some kind of goal. So I do feel like you occupied a very big space in their energy. So almost overwhelming at times. Yeah, look at this. I feel like they were gripped by overwhelming passion here. So they were like, what else can I do except, try not to dive into my feelings, dive into this connection. Okay, for you, here's love. So I feel like no matter what, you're probably always going to have some kind of love for this person. I feel you really shared your heart with them. You really opened your heart to them. And here's complicated, 11. So yeah, I'm really feeling all the complications here with these Five of Wands. So it's one of those things where I feel like some stuff needs to be unraveled between you two. I feel like you kind of need to go separate ways to maybe work some stuff out. And then if it's meant to be, it will come back together farther down the line. All right, here's loyalty, 33. So let me clarify the loyalty card. Oops, we got two cards here. So we have the Five of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. I feel like this person doesn't want to dive into a relationship until they feel that they have plenty to give you. Because right now they feel like they have so much progress they still need to make in their life. And the Knight of Cups here, they do have romantic feelings for you. But I feel like they really take relationships seriously. So I feel like this person didn't want to, maybe like lead you on and help make you think that, things were going to be able to, they were going to be able to give you like more time than they could. So yeah, let's see what else is going on for you, Cancer. What's your overall energy here? Goddess of the Moon, 52. Very interesting since the moon rules Cancer. So I do feel that you are recognizing, maybe starting to recognize your own divinity, giving yourself some more recognition, just stepping more into your power, really understanding your worth, and just knowing you deserve so much more. Yeah, I really feel more like you guys are starting to develop some more self-love, which is so important to for a foundation for a good relationship. And here's man holding a heart, 45. So I feel that they really do have deeper feelings for you than they let on. Let's see, anything else here? Here's Judgment. They could also be taking somewhat of a break, distancing themselves, backing off a bit, because they need to do that to get very clear that they do have genuine feelings for you, that, they want this to, be something that lasts for a lifetime. So I feel like they need their space to get that clarity. So for some of you, this could just be a pause in the action. It doesn't necessarily have to be a breakup or a total separation here. Many of you could be dealing with a twin with the Four of Wands showing up. So, wow, this is so interesting because in the Taurus reading, I think like woman holding a heart showed up, and man holding a heart showed up on either side. That was so interesting. And so we don't have quite the same thing here, but this is a woman holding a heart and then we have a man holding a heart. So, wow. So yeah, you both hold each other's hearts. Or that was maybe the Aries reading. I can't remember. It's one of those. What else for them? Okay, so for you we have Scorpio, so you could possibly have some Scorpio in your chart, but this also speaks, it doesn't matter if you don't, this could just speak to just how deep your feelings do go for this person, how deeply loyal and committed you were to making this work. I feel like you were ready to fight through just like any obstacle to get this to work here. And there still could be things that maybe you kept hidden from this person as well, because you just didn't really want to open up too much about, like, it's like you couldn't be completely vulnerable with them. And here, whoa, 8th house, so mirroring each other here. This is Scorpio's house. I feel like they want to be able to dive in and get to know you more. But I feel like this is, again, a timing situation. This is our classic, right person, wrong time kind of thing going on here. This could be a long distance connection for some of you with the 8 of Cups, the 3 of Wands, Sagittarius here. So this adds a complicating factor. I feel like it's more than just like long distance. There's like many things that makes it, not super easy for you guys to get together right now in this, deep, intimate relationship that I feel both of you really do deeply desire with each other. What's the connecting energy between you two overall? Okay, wow. So we have the moon reversed, and we have the 7 of Cups. So I feel both of you just have no clue how this is going to turn out. You could still be really connecting in dreams. So right now I feel like there's still very much somewhat of like a telepathic or psychic link or something. Or it could be that maybe one or both of you are kind of blocking that right now. Maybe I feel like the emotions became too overwhelming, too much, definitely on their side, because that's why they're trying to keep their distance from their emotions. For you, I feel like the emotions were overwhelming as well. And I do feel like the moon reversed. I feel like maybe you guys have finally purged a lot of the difficult emotions from this situation. Okay, that's good. And here's the Chariot showing up. That's Cancer's card. So this means I feel like you guys are ready to move forward. You're ready to run, ready to rumble again. Okay, so what are you thinking about your person and this connection, Cancer. How are you viewing them? What are you thinking? Okay, so we have the Five of Cups. So here are these difficult emotions coming out that we were talking about. And here's the Eight of Swords. So I feel many of you are just thinking, wow, this seems like a missed opportunity. It's like, why couldn't this just get off the ground? And here's the Queen of Wands. So I feel for a while this connection was really holding you back. Maybe it was stopping progress in your life even, because I feel there was just so much emotional cleansing you had to do. And yeah, I feel like this person really kind of kept you waiting or kept you guessing. It's like you never quite knew what was going on in the situation. But I feel like you guys are finally getting over it and you're taking full power, taking full charge of your life again. And I feel like, again, with the Goddess of the Moon, you're really recognizing yourself and everything you have to offer. So, you know, you're really just ready to connect with the people who, the other people in your soul tribe who will be there, you know, for you, be able to meet you at your level at this point in time. Okay, so how are they viewing you? What are they thinking about you, Cancer? Here's the Knight of Pentacles. Here's the Nine of Swords. The High Priestess. And the Two of Cups. Okay, so yeah, the spiritual connection, this maybe psychic link between you two, the connecting in dreams. That almost gives them nightmares. That's scary. That's like creepy to them, you know, to have all these like psychic and spiritual experiences all of a sudden, because they do see this on a totally different level. This connection has been a spiritual wake up call for them, and I feel like they've been wanting to just take things slow. I feel like they weren't really trying to run from this connection, but you know, they weren't, you know, moving forward in it either. So this person does see you as their soulmate, sees you as someone they see eye to eye with. You know, someone who can just see right into them. And they feel like they can see right into you as well. Like there's a very psychic link here. So you guys rainbows might be special in your connection as well. That might be a symbol for you guys. Okay, so, and here's the Seven of Swords. So I do feel like this person has kept this a really big secret from you. They probably haven't told you that they do really, maybe they've been experiencing like, you know, interesting dreams or something with this, and it's really been like, whoa, what's going on? Why do I keep dreaming of Cancer here? So they could be really thinking like, okay, well, maybe they must be my soulmate if I, you know, keep, you know, thinking these things, dreaming these things. And, you know, I feel like they're starting to wake up like, okay, maybe my subconscious is trying to tell me something here. But this is someone who, you know, is usually very down to earth, just very focused, you know, on the material world, wouldn't ever, you know, go into all this like psychic stuff here. Okay, so what are you feeling about them, Cancer? Here's the Sun. This person still brings you immense happiness when things are going well. And here's the Five of Swords. So I do feel like things did take a turn, you know, where you weren't finding much happiness with this person anymore. Just too much got in the way, it feels. And look, yeah, here's the Five of Coins. Oh, wow, we have 5, 5, 5 here. Okay, so... And you even have the Five of Wands up here. You have all of the fives. Okay, so this means this is a major, major turning point for you right now, Cancer. I feel like you're finally going to get out of this rut that you've been stuck in. So I do feel like this person, you know, things were really great and really happy. Maybe you had like a lot of hope for life and you were just feeling so happy. And then something went wrong between you two. Maybe some people got involved and kind of tore you apart, or there was some argument, just something. And, you know, that left you maybe feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold here. You know, it's like anything you had to offer this person, it's like they weren't accepting it. So yeah, you've been through the nightmare stuff as well with the Nine of Swords here. So, but brighter days are ahead for you now. I feel like you've been through a lot of healing. Okay, so how are they feeling about you, Cancer? the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and here's the Eight of Cups. I feel maybe they're afraid that you're angry at them, so they're like, oh my gosh, I better run, before Cancer can, raise their sword at me. And let's see. I'm feeling, they did a big job of just trying to hide their feelings. And I feel like it's like they have a fear of criticism. They do have a fear of being seen. And this is, so they have been trying to walk away from their feelings for quite a long time. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups. I feel like this connection could have stirred up memories from past relationships for them as well, to where someone who's maybe sweet to them just suddenly turned cold on them, or angry, or, just rude or something. And here's Strength. I feel like it's taking them a lot of strength to have to walk away or distance themselves here. So you have a really powerful draw on them. There's a strong magnetism here. It's so interesting because in almost every Cancer reading in the past month or so, Leo has come through. You guys have felt more Leo than Cancer in these readings. So speaking of that, here's the Queen of Wands here as well. Okay, so what are your intentions toward them right now, Cancer? Here's the Ace of Coins. Here's Faith, another 5. This is the Hierophant. And here's Temperance. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you are having faith in divine timing. I feel like you're still willing to give this a shot and work things out here with this person. If they do, show a sign of changing, turning around, maybe revealing some more of their feelings for you. It looks like you are right now just going to maybe like surrender this connection, leave things up to the divine, maybe to bring in a new long-term partner for you if it doesn't work out with this person. So let's clarify this Ace of Coins. Here's the Eight of Cups. Okay, so I do feel that many of you are trying to back off from this connection as well with this Page of Swords. So I feel like you're definitely waiting for them to reach out and make a move rather than, try to approach them with anything more. So I do feel right now you're going through a really powerful process of just doing some healing. Yeah, I feel like a lot of you do recognize that you need to complete some healing work. I do feel many of you are starting to feel a lot more balanced than you have been in a long time, maybe starting to get a lot more excited about life as well. Let's clarify this Hierophant. Yeah, a lot of you are in a space of if this is meant to be, it will be. Okay, here's the Seven of Cups. Because again, the Seven of Cups was connecting energy. You've tried everything. You don't know what else to do in this connection except go to work on yourself. All right, intentions towards you, Cancer. Ace of Wands. So we have 2 aces here. So I feel like both of you are very willing to try to start things over again if the timing is right, if circumstances are right. The Three of Swords. And then here's Temperance. Temperance for both of you. So I feel like they're trying to give this some time. They still have some major healing to do here. So, I mean, they have like the attraction, the passion for you. However, when it comes to love, being able to get into those emotions and share those emotions with you, they are still carrying around a broken heart. This could be, from past relationships, especially with the Queen of Swords here. Just it feels like to them like love did them wrong. And so they are going through an intense healing process, especially if this is a twin connection. I feel like it is for many of you. Both of you are mirroring each other and you're going through, again, that intense healing process right now. It really is transforming you. It's helping to upgrade your life. So it might be really difficult, but it is going to change your life for the better. So just hold on and keep getting through. Okay. So let's see, what are their main blocks and fears in this connection with you, Cancer? Here's the Two of Wands. They don't know which path to take right now. I feel like they're not ready to make a new decision, to jump onto a new path. They had a path laid out, and now they're like, oh, I don't know which way to go. Let's see, any other blocks and fears? The Eight of Pentacles. So with the put away the computer card, it's like this is a highly work-focused person. So I feel like it was a lot of self-focus going on. It might have been like this when you met them, and there was a beautiful connection there. But ultimately, they just started getting maybe obsessed with working on something. And here's the Ten of Cups. So they could maybe feel like they don't deserve that happiness just yet. You know, they still have to do some work in their life to be able to get in a place where they feel like they deserve that, where they feel like they can provide that happiness for someone. Okay, so let's see. What are you both thinking in the connection? This one just popped out. King of Swords. So you both are trying to stay out of your emotions right now. You're both trying to just look at the situation rationally. You know, I feel like you're tired of like always being in your emotions about this. It's like you need a break from it. Looks like the emotions were getting quite intense for them. They're trying to take a break from it as well. Okay, anything else for what you're thinking? Here's the Ten of Pentacles. I feel both of you are very focused on your finances right now and building a foundation for you. And I feel like if this is destined for you guys to come together, you're going to like really appreciate this time apart to build something amazing, because when you come together, it's just going to be awesome. There's going to be so much to share with one another, and you both will feel so secure and just be able to enjoy life with no worries together. Okay, so because you're doing the worrying and you're doing the work right now, getting that out of your system and learning to upgrade your life in the separation, if you're separated, which most of you are. So how are you both feeling about each other? Here's the Chariot. Both of you highly, highly pulled to one another. Like almost feeling out of control around one another. And here's the Four of Pentacles, but both hiding just how powerful the attraction is between you two. How much you have to keep it together. And you both could feel a little insecure around one another. I feel like you're hiding that. Maybe you both come across really confident to the other, but underneath it, there's some pretty serious insecurities. Okay, so let's look in at the near future in this connection, what's coming in the next week or two. Here's the Ace of Wands. Interesting, Ace of Wands showing up twice. The Queen of Pentacles. I feel maybe if they're still keeping an eye on you, their attraction could be sparking back up for you again, especially if they see you doing something really well, accomplishing something. Like they could be just feeling really proud of you as well. And here's the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify that. Oops. And the Queen of Wands. I feel like they're just not going to be able to get you out of their head. And let's get a Moon card. Here's another Scorpio card. Work through your fears. Okay, so again, with the Queen of Wands here twice, there's more confidence coming in for you in the next week or two, Cancer. So this is really beautiful. And I feel like there's going to be a lot of work in feeling more secure about your future. And it could feel that maybe for some of you, you will have some contact with this person, maybe a physical meet up, and you know, I feel then maybe you'll be able to talk a little bit more about the future with one another, but something is sparked back up in this connection again. So I feel like a renewed enthusiasm for life. And if you guys are twins, I feel like, you know, your energies are connected, so you'll both be feeling this. There's a lot of motivation coming in for you, so I feel like this is an awesome time for you guys to keep making progress in your life. All right, let's get you some advice, Cancer. What advice do you most need right now? Okay, we have the King of Cups coming out. So this is probably not the time to be sharing your feelings with your person just now. You know, you can show them that you care, but you don't have to like go out and talk very much about your feelings. And here is Death. So these are both Scorpio cards. There's a lot of Scorpio energy here. It's very interesting. Okay, so let's see. Maybe some of you are afraid your person's feelings like died off for you or something. I feel like this is probably not the case for many of you. So maybe you just need to hear that to move on. You just need to know that yes, these feelings were real, these feelings existed, so that way you can just kind of get on with your life and just feel like, okay, I'm not crazy, you know. And here's the Sun. So brighter days are coming your way. If you've gone through something very deep and intense with this person, very difficult, there's a new start on its way for you. Ace of Pentacles is showing up here as well. So the Sun and the Ace of Pentacles, these are both very bright, positive cards here. So I feel like you guys need to be like really proud of yourself right now. I feel like you just leveled up in life. You completed something very difficult. And here's Perception. So I feel the way you're looking at yourself is going to be changing. And or if it's not, you know, this is a card tell you, you know, start changing the way you're looking at yourself. See yourself as, you know, a goddess or a god, you know, see yourself as a work of art. You know, this is so interesting because she's like painting herself here. So, yeah, make yourself into an artwork. That's how you should start caring about yourself and focusing on yourself. So maybe your self-perception, your self-image is really everything. It really determines your level of success, or it determines a lot of your level of success, more than you might realize. So it's very important to start seeing yourself in a very high light, in a very good light. Okay, so what would they say to you, Cancer? Here's, I really miss your smile and I miss holding you. I often think of reaching out to you, but stop myself out of fear. Our last conversation haunts me. Let's see. I never meant to hurt you, and it pains me that I have. My heart was torn. Have you truly forgiven me? I hate being so far away, so that could be the long distance thing coming in here. You're better off without me. You are so worthy of love, and I just hold you back. Yeah, so I feel some of them were distancing themselves or walking away because they felt like that was the right thing to do for you. And here is Come to Me. So I feel it wasn't ever because you weren't, I feel it wasn't ever that you weren't welcome in their life. It's just they don't know how to handle this connection. I know this is true love. I know you are my soulmate. You know, this is something special. I don't feel comfortable opening up. And you don't know the real me. Thank you for your beautiful presence in my life. So yeah, the Empress, it's a very beautiful presence. So again, I feel like it's coming through that they want you to know that you were never unwelcome in their life. It wasn't that. I want to be there for you, there to take care of you. I love you, I hate you, I can't live without you. So that could mean they also just hate dealing with these feelings, they hate the situation. I've never cared so deeply for someone before. You're the only one who understands me at such a deep level. Yeah, that seeing eye to eye thing. And where do we go from here? So I feel like this is kind of saying, okay, this isn't over, this isn't finished for many of you. I always hope to have you in my life. Okay, so yeah, I feel like for some of you, this is a journey that's just getting started. So, but it's just so important to keep putting yourself first and making yourself happy. Don't let yourself get dragged down by something that's not working out. So you can definitely do it. You can definitely keep improving your life, keep shining in your life, and things will improve and transform way more quickly than you ever thought possible. With so much Scorpio energy coming through, that means maybe you're having a major power upgrade right now. Things are changing powerfully in your life. So I feel like you're getting out of the worst and going into the best now. Keep the relationship going. Like they will see your value and they'll want to be there for you. They won't distance themselves. And here's put away the computer. Working less and having more fun will strengthen your relationship. So this could be maybe what pulled you guys apart, or what's making them distance themselves is they are very focused on work, very focused on achieving some kind of goal. So I do feel like you occupied a very big space in their energy. So almost overwhelming at times. Yeah, look at this. I feel like they were gripped by overwhelming passion here. So they were like, what else can I do except, try not to dive into my feelings, dive into this connection. Okay, for you, here's love. So I feel like no matter what, you're probably always going to have some kind of love for this person. I feel you really shared your heart with them. You really opened your heart to them. And here's complicated, 11. So yeah, I'm really feeling all the complications here with these 5 of Wands. So it's one of those things where I feel like some stuff needs to be unraveled between you two. I feel like you kind of need to go separate ways to maybe work some stuff out. And then if it's meant to be, it will come back together farther down the line. All right, here's loyalty, 33. So let me clarify the loyalty card. Oops, we got 2 cards here. So we have the 5 of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. I feel like this person doesn't want to dive into a relationship until they feel that they have plenty to give you. Because right now they feel like they have so much progress they still need to make in their life. And the Knight of Cups here, they do have romantic feelings for you. But I feel like they really take relationships seriously. So I feel like this person didn't want to, maybe like lead you on and help make you think that, things were going to be able to, they were going to be able to give you like more time than they could. So yeah, let's see what else is going on for you, Cancer. What's your overall energy here? Goddess of the Moon, 52. Very interesting since the moon rules Cancer. So I do feel that you are maybe starting to recognize your own divinity, giving yourself some more recognition, just stepping more into your power, really understanding your worth, and just knowing you deserve so much more. Yeah, I really feel more like you guys are starting to develop some more self-love, which is so important for a foundation for a good relationship. And here's Man Holding a Heart, 45. So I feel that they really do have deeper feelings for you than they let on. Let's see, anything else here? Here's Judgment. They could also be taking somewhat of a break, distancing themselves, backing off a bit, because they need to do that to get very clear that they do have genuine feelings for you, that, they want this to, be something that lasts for a lifetime. So I feel like they need their space to get that clarity. So for some of you, this could just be a pause in the action. It doesn't necessarily have to be a breakup or a total separation here. Many of you could be dealing with a twin with the 4 of Wands showing up.